Hi and welcome back to the Breast Reduction Clinic. A recent question fed to us through our website was, what is the real recovery time after breast reduction surgery? I think there's probably a hint of healthy scepticism in the tone of that question, and probably relates to the very short recovery times which are often claimed in some of the websites that you may have seen. The answer to the question for any given person, of course, relates very much to their own personal circumstances and their own levels of activity. So for some women who have a relatively sedentary work environment, they may be able to return to their duties within 10 to 14 days, particularly if they're able to work from home or they do relatively non-physical work in an office environment. That's not to say that they won't be more tired after their working day than they normally would be, but they can often safely get through the working day and just curtail their after hours activities. But for some women, of course, the demands of their work are much more physical. And so careers such as nursing, outdoor work such as horticulture or gardening, or other physical jobs, you may well need more time off work before you can realistically go back and be expected to do most of your normal duties. For most of those type of professions, you could safely assume you'll be back at work in around 4 weeks. Okay, it's also true to say that not everything in life is about work, and some people are very actively engaged in other physical activities which they love and which are the true focus of their life. And of course, it really depends on the physical demands of that activity, how long it will be before you get comfortably back to those sort of activities. So a classic one that people are very passionate about is horse riding. So obviously with horse riding, that's the perfect storm for a post-operative breast reduction patient. There's potentially it's an environment where there's lots of dirt and dust around, and of course when you ride the horse there's a lot of jolting, which is really going to test out how comfortable you are. So certainly I've had women back horse riding at 4 weeks after breast reduction surgery, and so that's not unrealistic. But equally, even though you're on track and enjoying routine recovery, in your particular circumstances you may not feel comfortable to do an activity like that for 6 to 8 weeks. The other common activity, of course, is jogging, which involves the same sort of jolting, perhaps not quite as severe as horse riding. And in the right supportive garment, often people can get back to jogging at around 4 weeks post-surgery. And given you've had 4 weeks off that activity, you can expect to build up more slowly than the level at which you were prior to surgery.